coach for the Merrimack Warriors. Ball in the air, tap controlled by Merrimack. They will have it first. Bud Clark, you're going to hear his name a lot this afternoon. He is absolutely the crank to the engine here for Merrimack's club. Trumper up top to Itumnu, didn't hoist the three. Clark's got it again. Clark also leads the MAAC in assists per game, not just points per game. 8 to shoot. They throw it on the baseline. Itumnu watches Clark go by. Good denial defense there by Zion Russell. Pass to Trumper. Floater with the left hand is good. That was really good ball movement, good patience by Merrimack.
Yeah, one thing we should say, Clark is definitely the focal point, right? You got to make sure he doesn't go crazy, but that doesn't mean they don't have other options out there. They're a good passing team, and they do have other offensive weapons.
Justin Page with it. Plays catch with Zion Russell. That extended 2-3 zone. Sometimes it looks like a 2-2-1. 8 to shoot for Niagara. That goes off the foot of the Warrior. Greg Moyer, David Powell. Merrimack, a bucket on their first possession. Here's Niagara in the front court. Whip it down low. Jalen Martinez. Ball fake up and over the defender. And Jalen Martinez has the Purple Eagles in flight.
That's one of the ways you beat the zone. You work the ball inside, and that extra pass made it even better for Niagara. From Williamson down to Martinez was the key, but you've got to keep getting it inside that 2-3 zone.
Beck with the basketball to Itumnu. It's a Merrimack club that played just 7 players in victory on Friday night, and the runner by Becht is good.
Yeah, and Becht is one of those other guys that are the offensive options.
Purple Eagles starters, Adeladoon, Page, and Jahari Williamson. Jalen Martinez and Zion Russell back in the starting lineup here today. Right elbow, there's Alumide with it against the defender, rises up. 14-footer, no good, left it short. Take a look at the starters for the Warriors. Bud Clark, Matt Beck, Devin Savage, Sean Trumper, and Brian Itumnu. Bud Clark takes a look over his right shoulder to the 9th-year head coach, Joe Gallo. Shot clock now at 10. Savage with the basketball to Itumnu. He's got an open three. It's on the way, and that one is no good. Rebound, Jahari Williamson. Jahari into the front court. Merrimack does a good job getting back on defense. Justin Page in a threatening position, didn't go up with it. Throws it on the block to J-Line, and a reach-in foul down on the baseline. Again, good isolation. The big man. It ended up 6'11" J-Line against 6'4" Devin Savage. Right corner, Jahari with it. The Merrimack team will try to run their opponent off the three-point line. There's one that rattles out by Justin Page. Rebound to Itumnu, outlet Bud Clark. Clark, he's got plenty of shake and a lot of creativity to his game. Savage has it. Devin Savage, right elbow, back to Itumnu. He missed his first three, so he had an opportunity to hoist one there. He didn't do it. Trumper and Jahari battling after the ball. Beck's got a wide open three. That one no good. Long rebound. Trumper has it. Fresh 20 seconds for the Warriors.
When you get those threes, like sometimes there's long rebounds. You got to stay with the shooter. Someone's got to make sure he doesn't get that long rebound.
Itumnu off the feed from Bud Clark. Boy, acrobatic bucket there, 6'2".
Itumnu has really become a much better offensive player this year for Merrimack. He was really just a shot blocker last year, but now he's developed the other part of his game, and he's become a little bit of another option in terms of scoring.
Zion gets cut off, couple of ball fakes. Justin Page with a catch over Trumper. Skip it across the floor. Lou on the catch. Again, shot clock, single digits. J-Line going to work against Itumnu, and he drops it in.
A lot of people think when you play a zone, you just got to shoot over the top, and that's how you beat it. But you can see Niagara's approach on every possession. What are they doing? They're getting it inside. They're getting it down low. I like what they're doing. That's the way you approach the 2-3 zone.
Such a good point. Coach Paulus reinforced that with us. For a team that plays zone all 40 minutes, you're not going to shoot them out of playing a zone defense, so Niagara has to go inside out. You're right, Howard. It has paid dividends in the early going. There's a wing three on the way. That one no good. Rebound, Adeladoon for Niagara. Becht has missed his last 2 threes. Here's Zion with it in the front court. Lou's got it. Looked in the corner to Jahari. Didn't get it to him. Rapidly moving beginning to this game. We'll have our first media timeout if we get another whistle. Page floats it to Alumide at the free throw line. Spinning on the defender. Lob pass down low, J-Line. Shot clock at 5. J-Line goes up, had it blocked away. No call. Jalon thought the whistle was going to come. Atumnu able to play good defense without fouling. Clark into the front court. Savage, wing, three, no good. Rebound will go to the Purple Eagles after the over-the-back foul on Warriors. Bud Clark, again, the league's leading scorer at over 20 points a contest. Well, Niagara having to work against pressure here. Jahari with the basketball. 5 seconds to get it over, and how about a big outlet there at 6'11" for Jalon Martinez. Justice Smith has checked in, as has Jaden Marshall. Jahari to Lou on the left corner. That one no good, left it short. A rebound to Bud Clark. Here he comes into the front court. Clark against Jahari. Ball fake got him in the air, and then Clark lays it in.
Yeah, Clark has such a good game. He can do so many things, including driving to the basket. He leads this team in free throw attempts in large part because he loves going to the rim at every opportunity.
Again, the Purple Eagles looking at the zone defense. Jaden Marshall checking in. Jaden had the game-winning free throw on Friday night. Here's Justice Smith, tied for a season-high 17, and he is brimming with confidence. Justice knocks down his first jumper.
He should be. He was a huge spark for Niagara in that win over Siena, and it wasn't just scoring, rebounding, assists. Like he played the complete game the other night. He was a huge factor off the bench.
7 rebounds, 4 assists. Clark nearly dribbled it away, picks up his dribble now to Becht. Right wing, that is Savage. Back pass caught by David Murray, who checked in at the last whistle. He bangs into Jalon and then gets that one over Jalon Martinez, and David Murray, the grad student who did not play on Friday night, hits his first attempt here on a Sunday afternoon. Jaden Marshall along the baseline, and he gets bodied into by Murray. That is the first on Murray. Singling out Will, 5 points, played awfully well. There's an interior pass trying to feed him off the inbounds, but Niagara turns it over. So an empty trip, down by 4, but Clark with the basketball. Boy, as quick as a hiccup, and he nearly dribbled it out of bounds. And
to get by Justice Smith, and then smart play to throw the ball out of bounds off the Purple Eagles.
Even in slow motion, Bud Clark looks quick. Here's Merrimack, a 3 by Edmead. That one no good. Great position by David Murray, and he lays it in. Second chance points for the Warriors. They're doubling up the Purple Eagles. Again, against full court pressure. Niagara breaks it pretty confidently that time. Lou has it. Right wing Jahari, his pass tipped away. Getting a hand on that one was Edmead. Clark into the front court, bounce pass. Now Trumper, he's got a wide open 3, that one on the way, and it is good. Timeout Niagara. Really trying to help mentor Will Short, who did have a great game, the Australian who went to IMG Academy. 5 seconds to get it over, Niagara does so. Now Will's got it on the baseline, up top to Justice Smith. Jahari Williamson came out with that timeout. It was kind of a soft pass that got picked off, and that led to the 3 and then the subsequent timeout. Justice now to Justin Page. Justin Page, great feed underneath. Jaden Marshall goes up, no good, but a foul.
That's how you do it, though. What did they do? Instead of getting caught standing around.
In another. So Niagara to within 7. Dre McKnight, his first minutes here today for the sophomore from McKinney, Texas. Man-to-man defense by the Purple Eagles. Bud Clark with the basketball. 5 different Warriors have scored to this point. Ty Dorsett has checked in. He'll give it to Malik Edmead. Shumpert keeps that dribble alive. Shot clock at 5. He looks at the far shot clock. He knows what's happening, and he's able to float that one in. That's good defense. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
Yeah, no, that's Trumper, whose offensive game has come along. They need those consistent options other than Clark, right? Trumper is really picking up his game in terms of point production as the season has gone on.
Again, Merrimack, they will speed you up, but there, too much contact. Ty Dorsett crashed
in this league.
No doubt about it.
It will be different. To go up another level, right?
Yeah, it'll be different, no doubt. Justice Smith, and there's a whistle and a foul there by Will as he's setting the screen.
Yeah, you could see he moved his body, took the hip and the arm, just kind of a subtle movement to his right, and that created I think that's the correct call, that created the foul.
Trumper with it. He's had a good start to the ball game here today. Extra pass in the corner. Now back to Atumnu, and he slams it through. Well, a great two-man game there. Atumnu on the finish. Edmead with a great feed.
Yeah, and sometimes you get caught following the ball, and you don't follow the guy who makes the pass. And that time, they kind of forgot about Atumnu, and he had the easy path to the basket.
3.5 minutes between points for the Purple Eagles. Here's Jaden Marshall with it. How about this advantage for Joe Gallo for Merrimack has allowed him to take out Bud Clark, one of the starters, and they've got a lot of minute eaters as Justin Page's well-earned rest minutes.
Yeah, remember, we talked about Bud Clark and everything he does. He averages 36.6 minutes a game, Todd. That's a very high number. So any break where you can sustain or build a lead with him on the bench is huge for the Warriors.
Look at how far out they push that offense. There's a lane attempt. Good. Count the bucket. A great backdoor cut. That's Dre McKnight.
They want to get in your face. They want to get in passing lanes. They want to make shooters uncomfortable before they even have a chance to catch the pass. They're very big on deflections and attacking even though it's a zone.
Hope Bud Clark enjoyed his rest because he's back on the floor. Trumper keeps the ball himself. Bounce pass. Boy, that one walked the tightrope. Clark has it now top of the key. Looks at the shot clock now at 11. Goes along the baseline. That one up and over Jalon, but it rattles out. Jaden Marshall late. He got really good position there against Etumnu. Niagara trying to get consecutive scoring trips here. Hasn't happened yet. Dre feeds it on the baseline. Jalon, skip it, left wing. Jaden Marshall with it. Plays off 2 feet in the paint, and he drops that one in. That is a key for Coach Paulus. You go off 1 foot, you're not as strong. Come to a firm 2-foot stop, play off 2 feet. Jaden had the strength there to get it in. Niagara by 6. Trumper, that one high over Jalon Martinez. Good help D there by Jalon to affect the release of the Merrimack player. Marshall and Williamson play catch. Well, you can see cheating up there from that right side. Devin Savage, he really contests any pass on the wing.
But you can see you got almost at times 4.
This defense has been described as the Syracuse 2-3 zone on Red Bull.
Love that.
I mean,
I love that.
It's pretty creative.
That's exactly
and
what
it's pretty
it is.
accurate.
That's right.
Justin Page with it now. Going to work on Etumnu. He's bottled up, finds Jalon underneath. Jalon rises up, floater no good. Taps it to Justin. Page, left wing, Dre, high arcing 3, around and out, no good.
Good work by Martinez, though. Again, I think he's making himself a very valuable weapon inside for the Purple Eagles. And when he missed the shot, he didn't give up on the play. He followed it, tapped it to his teammate. Even though they don't convert, that's the kind of effort play you need.
Backed off a screen, his 3 on the way. That one no good. He crashed to the deck, no call came, and Coach Gallo on the Merrimack sideline could not believe it. Jahari bounced pass to Jaden, right back to Jahari. Really pushing the Purple Eagles deeper than they want to be for the 3-point shot. Jahari, he can hit that one. He's going to pull the trigger, and it is around and out, no good. So very patient early, not forcing many threes. Not that that was a force, but Niagara looked elsewhere. Here 2 times in a row, around and out from 3-point land. Here's Clark, pass Marshall down low, and Jaden Marshall, I think just at the end a little too much.
That's a lot of trips, and that's really good free throw shooting. That's because he creates his own shot like that.
Dorsett with the basketball. Dorsett on the floor with 3 fouls, it says on the scoreboard. I only have 2. Becht with it, bounce pass, Etumnu spinning, skip in the corner. Clark, extra pass, a 3 from the right wing, good. Devin Savage, 80% of his field goal attempts are 3s. Very comfortable from the perimeter. Olumide has it, leaves it for Jahari. Now Zion again, Niagara's motion offense really getting extended. Zion plays catch with Hari. Here's Lou, whipping it around the floor. Purple Eagles, Coach Paul said they need to make the defense rotate. Zion, little flip, no good. Offensive rebound, Jalon spins to the bucket, goes up, blocked away, but a foul. Now, Etumnu had all basketball.
I think that's more about Niagara being aggressive, right? Driving to the basket and getting fouled.
That's a good aggressive play there by Zion Russell as Jalon comes up empty from the line on both. And Zion certainly not going to win many tails of the tape, but he was first to elevate. Spins back to Lou. He's got a 3. It's on the way, and it is no good. Again, Niagara now 0 for 4 from 3-point range. They hurry you up. You're not comfortable releasing it unless you are wide open. Maybe the Purple Eagles' first 3 today will be in transition. Maybe something like that gets them going. Whip pass down low, and a big finish there. Etumnu with his second dunk off a great feed from Clark.
That's a good point you made. I mean, you think of the four threes, right? How many times have they had the ball, set your feet and have time to get the shot off? They are being rushed in their 3-point. 2 free throws, Those 17 and 20 were big for the Purple Eagles.
Yeah, Brendan Coyle. Boy, you had to feel for the young man. Such a great free throw shooter. Steal in the backcourt by Zion. Now to Lou. Lou goes up, layup, no good. That was good defense there by Bud. Out of bounds off
3-on-1, and Clark is able to stop what looked like an easy 2 points off the steal.
We have seen the Purple Eagles press defense pay dividends. Back to Bud. Into the front court, thinking about a deep three. It is on the way. That one no good. Weak side rebound, all white shirts after Dorsett misfired from the right wing.
By the way, that was the first turnover of the game from Merrimack, and it took over 13 minutes in game time.
Incredible. 6 assists to just that one turnover. Justice Smith, free throw line. Lou's got it. Floats it down low. Jalon had to catch that one near the baseline. Now he's bottled up. 10 to shoot. Lou back to Justice. He's ready to pull the trigger on the three. He's going to take it all the way to the rim. Layup no good. Again, Utumnu, 4th best in the MAAC in block shots. He alters far more than he blocks.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, it's not right. It's not just the numbers. It's his presence. It's his length down there. And that made Justice's drive to the basket a little harder. He had to account for the defensive presence there.
Clark along the right side of the lane. Back past Dorsett. He finds Savage. He likes the three, and he knocks down another one. Devin Savage now with 6th largest lead of the afternoon. Merrimack by a dozen.
Well, Savage is the team leader when it comes to made threes, and he is the 2nd leading scorer behind Clark, so he's chipping in with some big buckets here.
2 players at the scorer's table for Merrimack. They'll check in at the next whistle. Justice Smith, feed it in the block. Jalon going to work on Utumnu. Back to Smith, fake the 3. 10 to shoot. Justin Page, right wing Zion. Back to Justin. 6 to shoot. Page has got it. Got to create. No. Goes to Justice. Got to get it off here ahead of the shot clock. It's on the way. It grazes the iron. Offensive rebound. Jalon goes up. He missed and a foul.
Yeah, Niagara got lucky there. That's one of the few possessions, Todd, where guys.
Of his 6 point. That'll have to hurry. No good. He left it short. Rebound Savage. So Jalon just 1 for 4 from the stripe. There's the ball that knocked away. They come on and off. Those readers, I do a lot of reading during the game. Not leisurely reading, you know, stats, notes.
Say, you looking at a book while we're doing the game here? Okay. Research.
There you go. Here's Bud Clark with the basketball. Dangerously close to midcourt. Oh, Zion's right in his shorts here. 10 to shoot. Clark trying to create. Left elbow jumper. That is good. I'll tell you what. Well, there's the leading scorer in the conference for you, making a tough shot.
Yeah, he's such a terrific, and he's only 19 years old. He's such a terrific player. Came out of Philadelphia, played his high school ball in the Philadelphia Catholic League, and that is known as a hot spot of basketball for college, for high schools. Philadelphia develops so much great basketball talent.
Jalon, top of the key, puts it on the deck against David Murray. Can't create any freedom, and then body to the ground. Justice Smith, the ball is alive, and Clark comes away with it. Goes off his leg, and Zion Russell with it. What? We have a whistle, and they are going 9% they shot coming into this gym today.
Yeah, and I do think some of that is a byproduct of their schedule and how tough their non-conference schedule was, but their offensive game has gotten better the last 3-4 games now.
Zion Russell with the basketball, feeds it to Marshall right at the free throw line, fakes left, goes right against Murray, and that one blocked, but then the foul. I thought the whistle was going to come earlier, and no objection from the line, so young man doing an awful good job getting to the stripe and then maximizing. Backcourt pressure by the Purple Eagles. Dorsett on the catch, and there's a little bit of contact, but with the fouls being, the scoreboard says tended to.
As it is, sure. He had a little too much contact as he rushed up defensively to try and get in that spot.
Jaden Marshall, he was right in the thick of it on Friday night, right? And that play by Brendan Coyle right in the last second, inside of the last second, where Jaden thought it was a tough call against him. Merrimack in the front court, corner 3 on the way, and that one is rattled in.
Man, what were you saying about them shooting the ball? And I tell you what, they got to locate Devin Savage. That's his 3rd 3 of the first half.
Niagara in the front court, trailing it again by 11. Zion Russell feeds Jalon, spins in the paint, couple of ball fakes, nobody taking the bait. A whistle and a...
was coming.
It's like a goalie in a shootout, right? The shooter always wants the goalie to move first. We could see it right there. The defenders, they didn't move.
Right.
So Jalon, I got to go to another move. I got to go to another move, and then the whistle.
Or kick it. You had to do something. You knew it was coming.
2:40 left. Savage again. Same spot, same result.
Wow.
Savage has
30%, but man, he is nailing that shot easy today.
4 for 5. The stoppage, brief stoppage, was Merrimack was warned for not letting the ball go through the hoop. Justice Smith, he's got an open three. That one is no good. It goes up and over the backboard. You probably can't play a better 17 minutes and 38 seconds than Merrimack has.
That's the point I was going to make, Todd. They're not turning the ball over. They're shooting at a very high percentage. They're sharing the ball extremely well. I mean, they're really doing just about everything perfectly if you're Joe Gallo, and that's why you're up by 17.
Clark with the basketball in the corner again. Savage again. That one good again.
Wow. I mean, you know, you can't. It almost at the point where you got to have someone shadow Savage in the corner. You can't collapse and leave him open like that.
Jaden Marshall reverse layup attempt, no good, out of bounds, last touch. The official indicating that it went off of Jalon last.
So you're trying to guard the paint. You don't want them to drive the ball, but you can't let Savage sit in the corner unattended like that.
Look at that stat. Good job by the graphics team back in our studio under the steady hand of Kyle Barker. 46% from three. Niagara looking for their first. There's an air ball thrown up by Savage. So he proves his humanity after all. Jahari's going to try and answer. His three on the way, no good, but a foul. On the follow through, Bud Clark, maul in. I was paying attention, of course, Howard, that's no surprise. But when Bud was out earlier in this first half, I just looked to see, would that impact the flow, the rhythm of Merrimack's offense? It didn't. Now you see Edmead looking over his shoulder a couple times. Bud Clark usually has the basketball, and there's an offensive long and use it as a springboard into the second half. Niagara just made 3 free throws. They've got the ball again.
Did that the other night against Siena.
Yep.
Had a nice little run at the end of the first half to tie the game at halftime. They won't do that here, but at least close it out strong.
Here's Lou. Tried to feather it through to Jalon, couldn't get it to him. Edmead now back in the front court, stepping through, finds Savage. Adeladoon runs him off the line. Beck's got an open three, it's on the way, and that one is no good. He left it short. Rebound tapped, then controlled by Jahari. Oh, what a wiggle there. Jahari away from Beck, stepping through the paint, it's blocked away. Savage blocks it out of bounds, looking for a teammate. Better hurry. Finds an outlet in a 6'11" teammate. Shot clock at 20. Page picks up his dribble. Now Zion trying to thread the needle. Oh, that was a good pass. Lou's got a ball fake on the shot blocker. Shot up, no good. Jalon gets it. Goes up, off window. That one missed. Lou gets it. His putback. That missed. Well, that'll hurt the shooting percentage. 3 from in tight, but Niagara unable to convert. No whistle came, and a timeout called by the Warriors. 12 and under, Howard. They get in with the purchase of a ticketed event for men's and women's basketball and hockey the rest of the season. Can join the Purple Eagles Kids Club. Here is Bud Clark, as mentioned, back on the floor. 8 seconds left. Clark into the paint, off balance, runner no, but he will go to the line. Now, lately, shot 58% on the second half Friday. Here's Jahari, steps into a deep three. It's on the way, and it's no good. Out of bounds it goes.
2-3 zone, right? And let's face it, Purple Eagles at some point, you got to hit a three-point shot. You got to do something to get a little confidence from three-point range offensively. That's such a big part of them.
Pardon me, Howard. Same 5 to start for both clubs. There's a kick, so do the numbers, return to their median here in the second half. Niagara has to try and make that happen. There's, again, another little bit of a soft pass. Purple Eagles retain the possession. Here's Zion. Up and under move. That was a good one. Gets his own rebound. He's down low amongst the tall timber. Went back up, missed, but a foul.
That's okay. That's a good start. That's what the Purple Eagles did.
Zion knocks down both free throws. All 4 of his points today are from the stripe. Well, there's Bud Clark with the basketball, picked up by Zion. Purple Eagles need a good start to this second half. Cannot trade buckets with Merrimack. The deficit is too big. Atumnu with the basketball now. From Sugar Land, Texas, same hometown as the Purple Eagles, Samuel Cole. Shot clock now at 6. Clark with a step on Jahari. Layup is good.
Yeah, that was the key. Williamson had to come up around the top of the offensive set. He had to go around Atumnu, and that once he was caught chasing, Clark knew he was going right to the basket.
Zion split the double team. Now he's got it top of the key. They've been utilizing the free throw line, not shooting free throws, but to break that pressure. And there is Illumide, feeds it down low. Jalon dropped it over the rim. It did not go through. Boy, Jalon, he'd love to have that one back. Bud Clark with it now, leaves it for Trumper. Oh, he traveled. If he steps into that three, he's fine, but
Trumper shuffling his feet. Get the ball to the foul line, get inside the heart of the zone, and then find the big man down low. It just got to finish. But that's exactly what you wanted to do. The setup was perfect.
Can't get a better shot. Page with it now again, looking at that 2-3 extended zone. Zion breaks the paint, little floater on the way, good. That one slithers over the rim. Zion Russell has Niagara's 4 points here since the intermission.
Keep doing that. That's a good part of his game. I know you brought that up when we were talking about the Merrimack zone, how to beat it. And one of the things you said is Zion Russell is going to be an important part of that.
Just about 2 minutes played here in the second half. Alongside Howard Simon, my name is Todd Kellen. Thanks a lot for spending part of your Sunday afternoon with us. Whip it across the floor. Atumno wide open. His three no good. Weak side rebound off of the purple wing. There you see Coach Paulus. Well, we saw jubilant Coach Paulus as we just about went off the air on Fridays. Really congratulating the fans. A deep three on the way by Beck. That one no good. Good closeout there by Jalon. Certainly the players and Coach Paulus thought the crowd on Friday really impacted their success. Adeladu now to Justin. He's got a right wing three, and it's good. Well, the Purple Eagles have smashed that goose egg. Niagara knocks in a three. 42-28 our score. Atumno, he was open for the three, didn't pull the trigger. Niagara keeping all eyes on Bud Clark and any remaining vision on Savage. Bounce past Trumper, shot clock at 10. Backing down Lou in the paint. Lou reaches in, knocks it away, and then the whistle comes. The foul is up. That second one in. 8 points for Trumper, so just about at his average. Niagara now down by 15. A little token pressure there before the Warriors drop back to that traditional zone. Right wing, Jahari has it. Now to Zion, back to Jahari. You see Trumper really extends out. Here's Lou, drops it down for Jalon, layup good. What a feed. Jalon had the easy part.
But again, the penetration. By penetrating into the paint, it drew Atumno away from Martinez, and that allows the open pass and the basket, drawing the big man in the middle of the 2-3 away from the basket.
3.5 minutes gone here in half number 2. 9-3 Purple Eagles. That three no good. I think Beck forced that one a little bit. Good closeout by the Purple Eagles. This is a start Niagara need. Justin Page splits a double team, leaves it for Jalon. In the paint, off window, good. Jalon Martinez has 9. It's an 11-point game. Purple Eagles, this is the start they needed.
Good work by Martinez to avoid the travel when he found 2 guys on him all of a sudden.
Look at how close Clark is.
Like he had dribbled over the other side.
It certainly looked like it. Coach Paul is trying to get the attention of the official. Trumper's three is good.
Man, that's a killer. I mean, I know there's still a lot of time left, but the fans are into it. Niagara's made a run. They're feeling really good. They're getting stops on defense. They're converting an offense, and Trumper hits a really big three.
Nothing but white shirts underneath either. If that misses, it is a rebound. Get it and go for the Purple Eagles. The lead back up to 14. Jalon puts it on the deck against Atumno. High off the glass and good. Well, the 2 big men battling down low. Double figures again for Jalon. 4 out of the last 5 games. He's been in double digits.
Yeah, and Coach Paulus told us before the game, right? You can see the confidence growing in Martinez's game, and we're seeing it here this afternoon with his role on offense.
Clark with that basketball on a string. Got Page in the air. Shot in the way, no good, but he creates a foul. Creating is what.
Season 2.
He is the reigning MAAC Player of the Week after his performance a week ago. Knocks down both free throws. 48-34 our score. Niagara already 5 field goals here in this second half. That equals the amount of made buckets in the opening 20. Jahari now to Jalon. Squares his shoulders to the bucket. Backdoor cut by Zion. Couldn't get him. Instead, Justin Page, high arcing three. Good. It got a little bit of the iron, but it slithered through. Purple Eagles have hit their last 2 triples.
And both from Justin Page, right?
First one was, I didn't have it. Justin Page has got that one.
He's 2 for 2.
All right. Oh, misfiring there from in close. All right, Purple Eagles now with the chance. You're right about Page. It's a high arcing shot by Justin. Doesn't matter if the shot blocker's in front of him or not. A chance to get it to single digits. Zion with it. Whips in the corner. Lou on the catch. He skips it across the floor. Jahari's just licking his chops. 12 to shoot. Jalon at the free throw line. Taking Atumno down low. Goes up. Off window. No good. Tapped up by Atumno. It is loose. Saved by Clark before it goes out of bounds. Good look in tight there for Jalon. Inside of 6 minutes played here in this second half. Clark whips it in the corner. There's an open three from the right wing. That one no good. Weak side rebound to the Purple Eagles.
It'd be important if you could get it under 10. That's that next step, right? We talked about these increments and what you want to do. Getting it under 10 is a big deal.
Zion playing catch with Justin. They're going to free him up again. Nope, they'll go to the free throw line. Lou's got it. Against a shot blocker. Goes up too strong off the window, but a foul. The whistle comes with 13:32 left.
It's down to 10. You've got to continue to get some stops. Keep it under, get it under 10 and keep it under 10 at the under 12 timeout is the next step.
Clark with the basketball, picked up man-to-man again for the Purple Eagles, Zion Russell. Trumper has it. Backdoor cut there by Ed Mead. Unable to finish. The follow is put in there by Murray.
Yeah, good read by Murray. He wasn't standing around watching the game, right? Even though he saw his teammate cut the baseline and have a shot at the reverse layup, Murray did what you're supposed to do. Follow that shot and be in position for the offensive rebound and an easy putback for him.
Jalon went to impact that shot, and that was what left extra real estate underneath for Murray. Wraparound pass. Justice Smith has it. High floater on the way. No, but there was contact. Murray with the foul. That is his.
I think we would see him when we come back from the under 12 media timeout.
You think about it, Atumnu is out now. Olumide Adeladun for the Purple Eagles. He will play the 5. Again, nearly losing his balance was Clark. Ed Mead with the basketball along the left side of the lane, swatted away by Smith. Back comes Niagara, 2-on-3. Zion straight to the bucket, finger roll good. They didn't stop the basketball.
And Zion will go, if you don't get in his way, man, he's just got a nose for the basket, and he is so aggressive, he's just going to drive all the way to the hoop. We saw that in the first half.
Hey, I hear something now in this crowd on a Kids' Day Sunday. 12:20 left. The Purple Eagles, they were down by 19 at the break. They have 20 points here in the second half. They had just 21 in the opening 20. Clark with the basketball. Little stop and go against Lou. Right side. Trumper did not hoist the 3. Backing down Jaden Marshall. Left-hand leaner is good. Trumper, he's got 13.
Yeah, Trumper with an extra move, right? When he gets in the lane, it looked like it might be a tough shot. He's able to make that extra move to get past the defender and put in a layup.
Zion to the free throw line. Justice. Corner 3. Jaden on the way. No good. Great look there. An open look. They went inside, kicked it to a wide open Marshall. 52-41 our score, under 12 minutes. Media timeout at the next whistle. Clark splits a double team all the way to the rack, and he spins it in. Oh, rack that one. That has a chance to be our Hercules tire. Strong move of the game. Stay tuned. We'll see who gets it. That is certainly a leading candidate, and the Purple Eagles call timeout.
Get contributions across the board, but sometimes you'd like to have a guy get hot and really kind of spur the team on.
Was not a full shot clock when play resumes here. Shot clock now at 15. Page with it to Zion. Niagara down by 13. Justin a long 3 on the way. That one off the glass. Rebound to Bud Clark. They will take it under 11 minutes. 13-point lead for Merrimack. Trying to come into Western New York and sweep the Griffs and the Purple Eagles. Great cut by Murray, and he drops it over the rim. No Jalon Martinez yet. Good job moving without the basketball. Murray has 8. He didn't play Friday night. He averages just over 3.5 per game. Justin Page feeds it underneath to Lou. Trying to regather the possession. Up top, Justin Smith 3. Good. All kinds of time. That was an open 3.
Yeah, and he had time to stop, set his feet, get a clean look at the basket, and that makes a huge difference. And that we are right behind. We had the right angle on that one. Right behind that shot. That was dead on the minute it left his hand.
He knew it. Clark now to Trumper. Jaden Marshall closed quickly on him. Back to Clark. Clark, ball fake in the air, off the glass and good. You know, I'm going to say for the first time in 19 years, that was a look-away shot.
Man.
He was feigning the defense, making him think the pass was coming up, and at the last second, he knocks it off the backboard. Justin Page, he's got an open 3. That one no good. All maroon and gold underneath. Merrimack with the rebound. Good look there.
You know, his body control, too. Clark's body control is something else. He's in air doing things that are really difficult to do when you're in midair.
Here is Clark with the basketball again. Between the legs, tried to shake free of Justice Smith. Smith's got some wingspan on him, though. 6 feet, 6 inches. 8 to shoot. Clark to the bucket, spotted away by Smith. Loose on the baseline. Clark goes up and draws the foul. And Clark, the spunky nut.
Yep. That's hard. And now they're going to play Stanford and St. Mary's? St. Mary's is the only team that ever gives Gonzaga a game.
Yep, they beat Troy on their home floor in the Trojan Classic. Both free throws jarred by Clark. That's not a story. The story is if he misses one. Feed it underneath. Jalen spinning on Atumnu. Keeps his pivot foot. Layup good. We'll see if they count the bucket. They will count. Big, the key word there. Big number 12 for the Purple Eagles. Old-fashioned three-point play. That's a career high now for Jalen. Here's Clark into the front court. The last foul was on Atumnu. He is on the floor right now with 4 fouls.
Wouldn't hurt to get him out. He's done a little bit of everything, some of the dirty work for them today.
Yeah, just like that, David Murray gets up off the bench, and dollars to donuts, he's going to replace Atumnu at the next whistle. Atumnu with the basketball, though. Finds his floor leader, Clark. 5 to shoot. Lob pass caught by Atumnu and laid in.
You got to be kidding me.
Justice Smith thought, I am picking this off all day long. Atumnu able to get it and then coax it through.
He's not the only one who thought he was picking that ball off. He read that perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
He read it. He's there. He gets a piece of it, and how Atumnu tips it in is beyond.
Smith now to Jaden. Purple Eagles have Dre McKnight on the floor. He is a great perimeter shooter. Jaden with the basketball. He's going to release a triple, and that one is good. Jaden Marshall, a season ago, knocked down 100 threes. Here this season, off to a decent start from the perimeter. He's got 9 so far today. Clark with the basketball, just near his left hip. He'll catch his breath.
Yeah, no need to rush if you're Merrimack, obviously.
Clark, little stop and go move against Martinez, dribbled it away. Then in the corner, Becht has a 3. It's no good, but a foul on Niagara's Dre McKnight.
We got a 2 minutes off.
Well, our spotlight players to watch, they were on the money today. We had Bud Clark and Jalen Martinez. They are the respective high point getters for their clubs. Dre McKnight, Justice Smith play catch. Joining those two on the floor, Jaden Marshall, Zion Russell, and Jalen Martinez. Again, Merrimack just makes you bleed the shot clock, shortens your possessions, overall possession. Jaden up top, Justice Smith. 3 to shoot over the defender. That one no good. Rebound. It'll go out of bounds, and it will be
to the shot clock, which shortens the game. So if you fall behind them, guess what? There are going to be fewer possessions for you to try and get caught up because you're spending so much time on offense.
Exactly the formula that Coach Gallo likes. There's Clark going down low. It's last touch by the Purple League. Merrimack on a Sunday, once MAAC play gets going and you have a day to prepare,
right.
You wonder when you have them going in after having the week off and 3 or 4 days on the practice floor, do the opponents fare a little better? Murray missed in tight and then tips it up and in.
Yeah, and conversely for Joe Gallo, like he told us, you don't have to spend a ton of time prepping. There's not a lot of teams can do. There's only so much you can do against the zone with a zone offense, so he doesn't have to take a ton of time on a scouting report.
Up top, Zion Russell has it. Good defense there by Becht. Now to Jahari. Fakes the 3, goes to the baseline, all the way to the bucket, and lays that one in. Jahari Williamson now with 5. Well, Niagara, they had it to single digits in this second half. Remember, they trailed by 19 at the intermission. That bucket cuts it, though, to just 15, and we have played 13:45 and more than that now.
Yeah, that was that big Trumper basket. It was 50-41. The building's hopping, and Trumper hit a basket, kind of gave him breathing room again.
Savage 3, that one no good. Rebound Zion. 6 minutes left. Zion pass Clark to the bucket, goes off the window, good. Able to get that one up and over David Murray. Zion Russell's been awfully good. He's got double figures now with 10.
Yeah, I think this is a really good game for his confidence, right? He's been very aggressive, just going right to the basket, and he's got the ability to slash. So I think this has been a big boost for him today, yeah.
Clark with the basketball. They'll wait for Murray to set the screen. Backing down Williamson. Shot clock now at 10. Spinning from Jahari. Finds Trumper a wide open 3. That one is good. All eyes have to be concerned with Bud Clark. Trumper, his 3rd triple of the day.
Yeah, he's
Big
come
bucket.
up huge today for them. He averages 8 a game. What's he up now to 17, I think? So, yeah, Trumper's 16 for him. He's been terrific for Merrimack.
It's creating and getting the open 3, but knocking them down. That is the next part of the script, and Merrimack has knocked them down here today. Jahari, his corner 3, around and out, no good. Rebound Murray. He'll stick in the belly of Clark.
Yeah, and Merrimack has not been a good 3-point shooting team, quite honestly. Again, I do believe that's a huge part of that is a byproduct of the teams they've played in the non-conference portion of their schedule. But Their shots have been on pretty much most of the day today here at the Gallagher after being ice cold at Canisius on Friday night.
35% from three-point range. There's Clark, an open two, and he knocks that one in.
I love how low to the ground he keeps that dribble. Like he's got it down around like it never, it doesn't even reach his kneecap. He keeps that ball low to the ground. It's so hard to get in there and try and get a strip. Again, I think the impressive thing is he's a sophomore. He's 19 years old, and he is unquestionably, as his coach put it, the alpha of this basketball team.
No doubt about it. Zion Russell with it now. 4:20 left. Niagara needs to find a spark, down by 18. All told, despite a couple of runs, they've only knocked 1 point off that halftime deficit. Jahari with it, backing things out, 6 to shoot. Jaden's got it. He can see the shot clock. Step to his left, rises up. A 3, no good. Off of Will Short. That'll be Merrimack basketball.
More on Clark's shoulders as a 19-year-old sophomore, and he steps his game up even more and to become a leader of this team.
Floats the pass to Trumper into the front court. Olumide Adeladoon checked in for Niagara. Jaden Marshall comes out.
He's a heady player too, right? Like he knows what to do, when to do it. He just really operates in the flow of the game very effectively.
Dribbling away from the double team up top at Tumnu. Now in the corner, there is Beck wide open. That 3 is good. Well, Niagara had to try and force the action, trying to get a turnover. Great unselfish play by Merrimack, and Beck knocks down a triple.
Well, Merrimack came in averaging about 6 threes a game. Made threes, they've had 9 here this afternoon.
It was a perfect first half. 40-21, they led it at the break. A run by Niagara, but
too big a hole.
3 and change left. Purple Eagles facing their largest deficit of the day. And Clark again will be patient. Shot clock at 10. Now they'll run the offense. Clark with the basketball. Will Short out to get him. 3 seconds to shoot. Now in front of Zion. Little fadeaway jumper. That one no good. Good defense, but it used all 30 seconds, did Merrimack there. Zion, and he is bodied into there by Becht. 5th team foul, so no free throws.
Left on the play clock all the time.
Exactly right. Lou with the catch. Now to Will Short. Back to Lou. He can hit that 3. It's airborne, and it is no good. Zion going after the loose ball, saves it to Justin Page. Good work there by Z.
Didn't hit the rim, though. Shot clock didn't reset.
Justice taking it down low. Adetumno goes off glass, and good. He draws the foul for Etum.
Have this trend of not shooting well in the first half and then turning things around in the second half. And you dug yourself just way too big a hole today to come out of it.
Trumper able to take it over the center court stripe as Justice Smith really denying the ball from Clark. Shot clock at 15, but just 2:10 left in a game that Niagara trails by 18, and exactly what Merrimack did last time. They will not just shorten the game, but eliminate possessions for the Purple Eagles. Short against Becht. He goes by him, feeds it down low. Murray goes up, layup no good. Good recovery there by Will, but he will commit the foul. I like the effort there, though, by the freshman. He, too, in double figures. Great balance here by Merrimack today. You know, teams throughout the MAAC will talk about that dreaded Western New York trip. And, oh, by the way, Merrimack, welcome to the MAAC. You're taking it for your first conference games. They're going to come out of here with a record of 2-0. Sending a notice through the out-of-town scoreboard to the MAAC. Jaden Marshall to the bucket, able to finish. Good strong move there by Jaden.
Although it's funny, on the road for most of November, this is a good time for the Western New York trip from their perspective.
He used the line, we don't know any better.
That's right.
His team doesn't know any better. They're used to
where their
playing,
home gym is.
Yeah, they're used to playing on the road. And this is a tough trip, but Merrimack is going to turn the daily double.
But they're kind of in the same boat Canisius and Niagara are, right? They're not in that New York City metropolitan area, so Merrimack's got some long road trips this season, just like the Griffs and the Purple Eagles.
North Andover, Massachusetts, about a half hour from Boston. There's Savage. Does he have another 3? He does. 5 in the first half. That was
like, it's a stunner that they're good. They were very good in the NEC. Now this conference is a little bit of a step up, no question, from the Northeast Conference, but I think coaches were aware of the fact that Joe Gallo's a good coach. He's had a winning program at Division II, at the NEC as well. It's not, I don't think they would be shocked that Merrimack is competitive in year 1 in the MAAC.
Jaden Marshall with 10 on the shot clock. Finds Page. Last 30 seconds of this one, Merrimack up by a bunch. Zion into the paint. Runner is good. Count it. And the foul. Zion checked in for Merrimack. as has Edric Cuseda. As they empty the bench, Christian Foy with it. He nearly had it stolen, ball loose on the deck. Will Short dives after it. Justice Smith picks it up for Niagara. Don't forget our Brickyard Pub and Barbecue post-game show immediately follows the final horn here. And the foul is called. It's a late whistle. You said it, though. He always wants to be better tomorrow than they were today. So the Purple Eagle is going to have to try and figure some things out as they prep for St. Francis next Saturday afternoon. Ed Mead will have the ball in his hands, and there goes the horn.